Oh, there you guys are.
Yeah, we should
Skeletal.
go.
Nice.
Should we look?
I
Huh?
like it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Why does it have to be a thumbnail like that?
I
I look like a nape.
think it looks cool, man. I think it looks right. Yeah, I'm frozen.
Yeah,
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 I'm
it should
freezing a
be.
bit there. Yeah, that's the
Uh,
Wi-Fi.
no, it's not the Wi-Fi. It's the OBS. It's when you
Uh,
basically minimize the window, then it then just messes everything up. But yeah, it should be. I believe.
okay. Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, that works well now. Yeah, everything is good. All right. Um, we let's just see how. Uh, Let me retweet about that we're starting the stream.
You
Just
got
a
a nice
quick.
camera there, dude.
We that was the
Um,
last thing I bought when I left the UK. It was just
okay.
like yeah, so I knew that we were gonna do like streaming and stuff, and
Sweet.
yes, so
Oh,
it's
so today's
upgraded a
I
little
see
bit.
you sent me a brief little thing there. Web3 and live streaming.
Exactly, yes.
Cool.
So because obviously, like, thank you very much, first of all, just to join us for
Yeah.
accepting our invitation, and with you know, like you're one of the biggest streamers on Theta TV.
Dude,
It's really,
thanks. I
yeah.
appreciate that.
I really like enjoy like
Uh,
when I tune in, like I really enjoy watching you, and I know like you're probably on Theta TV, you're probably one of the pioneers like when it comes to sort of integrating like NFT aspect into streaming, and you talk about it a lot, and like you actually do something towards that, uh, towards that aspect of this like technology. So it would be
I'm
very.
trying to definitely do. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and like it's noticeable, and I think like it's the creators
Thank
like
you.
yourself is just like well, the one who pushes it. It's gonna actually like bring it into mass adoption, and other streamers are gonna pick up eventually as well. So
That's
uh,
where I hope it goes. Yeah, for sure.
yes, yeah, and it's interesting. Like it would be interesting, like maybe to start with, it would be interesting to know like what's your story is, like what your experience is, like how you started like streaming, and how NFTs like like
Okay.
so just with like just to start with like how you started streaming.
Well, with Theta, because I mean, I I actually never streamed before. Um, there was like quite a brief moment where I watched Twitch and I got into watching live streams on Twitch. This is before shit started happening on YouTube. So um, I didn't really get it in the beginning, but then I found like a streamer that I liked watching, and I watched it on Twitch, and I was like, I don't think I'd ever do this. And then it was just data, like getting given a golden stream key. It's like, okay, I have to stream now. This has to be put to use. I can't just let this go. It's a golden stream key, they make such a big deal about it. So yeah, then it kind of just took off from there, man. It was Blunt Man 710 here on Data TV. He was like, "Here's a golden stream key, dude. Um, go for it. Go forward and do this thing." Yeah. And I know nothing about crypto, NFTs as well, and yeah, learn everything that I know. I can pay homage to Theta for everything, basically. Like
Oh,
it all
that's
started
amazing.
here on Theta.
That's great. When did you
Yeah.
join Theta TV? How long ago?
It'll be 2 years now. This month marks the anniversary. 2 years.
It's
That's why it's a special time for me. Yeah.
in October, like October or November. Uh,
October.
so
I
you,
joined on Theta, but I started streaming in October,
okay, so
2 years ago.
you have two birthdays then. In
Yeah, pretty
October.
much. In
Oh,
the same
that's
month.
cool. That's cool. Yeah,
But
2 years. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great time for Theta. Like on a platform like Theta TV, you're one of the veterans now. I'm sure. Like it's.
It feels like
how
it,
did
but
you
so
hear
much can
about it?
happen in the crypto space in like such a short amount of time, you know? Yeah, 2 years feels like it's been a lifetime already, but also it's gone by so fast.
How
Yeah.
did you hear about Theta though? Because I'm curious, since you mentioned that you got into streaming like on Theta straight away and you didn't have any prior experience with cryptos, you must have heard about Theta somewhere and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah. I was hanging with him this weekend. It's my good friend Strix, who also streams here on Theta.
all right.
He's
Shout
an
out to
affiliate
him, I
as well.
guess.
Yeah, and he literally word of mouth was like bugging me for months. And he was like, dude, I need like, can I just come like hang in my chat? Like, you can get these free things. And it, like, T-Fuel is at 3 cents now. And I'm like, what is that? What? Let me crunch the numbers. I was like, oh, what? Okay. So yeah, it was straight up word of mouth. He pulled me into it. It's cool.
We're almost
shout
back.
out to him,
We're
definitely.
almost back at it. Like 2 years, like 2 years has gone by, but we're back to 3 cents almost.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting. I mean, yeah, it's getting there. So 5 cents, respectively, is one of my currency. Is 1 rand.
Yes.
So I like it at 5 cents. It's kind of just. It's easy to calculate. It's easy to work with.
Yeah.
It's easy at $1 though, no?
What?
It will be
It's
much,
been
much easier at
it's been
$1.
close to it, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, we
all
will
I
get
get to
there
be back there.
eventually. We were there almost.
We will.
Yes, but we will
We
get
will,
there
yeah.
again for sure. But you also, I know that
Definitely.
like from watching your streams as well, you are not involved. You are involved not just in Theta, right? You're involved in other like projects, cryptocurrencies, like the video games,
Yeah.
like we play to earn games and stuff.
I'm really trying to get more involved with that. Definitely.
How is that going for you? Like, because I'm like, I don't know any like. I know like I read the news, but I never really played anything like other than maybe just that thing. What it's called? What that thing called? With the shoes.
With what?
With shoes, like the.
Oh,
No,
Steppen.
Steppen. You've heard of Steppen?
Oh.
Yes, yeah. I
Like
think
with
Steppen.
shoes, it's like
Yeah, like where you
GTA?
walk,
Heard of
where
it.
you walk and like you buy shoes and like where you walk.
Yeah,
and-
I think Huddle Rocket actually does that. I think he's got like an app that tracks his thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we did that.
It's a good idea. It's a genius mechanic. It's gonna be excuse me. It's gonna be used definitely in the future, like in many different ways, I think.
Yeah,
But as far as like play to earn, I haven't found anything that's like a real play to earn other than Immersies. It's probably the only game that's actually like being built on Web3 with decent enough graphics, and like it's getting there in terms of optimization. It's not it's not like 100% stable, but in terms of like playing and earning things on the Web3 perspective, like NFTs and stuff, that's it's like the only game, but it's still not like a play kind of game. You know, you're still kind of grinding. But things are coming. I hear things about the news as well. I can't say too much, obviously. Like I just know from Datazilla Club, who's been saying just wait. But now we've seen it launch. I think the tweet started going out the other day. Have you seen the Fuse Wars Syndicate
Yeah,
Promo video.
yeah, the promo video, yes.
Yeah, the proper video.
That looks cool, yes.
It looks sick. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that. I think that's going to be a whole another step into
It's
proper
amazing.
playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they preparing release for ThetaCon by any chance? Like, or beta release or something?
I think there's going to be a big, there's going to be a big thing about it. I think Ivory Jones has a stall or a booth that he's doing.
Oh,
what I
awesome.
hear.
Yeah, no, ThetaCon is gonna bring a lot of sweet stuff, like obviously Syndicate and I expect a lot of news from G World as well. They are preparing something bigger.
G-Pool, G-World, T-Ball.
G-World, yes. Everyone is waiting. Like all the liquidity pool participants expect to like big news, and knowing the guard, he's gonna bring something there. And yeah, like I reckon December is gonna be a really good month for Theta.
Yeah, it looks like it's definitely planning to be for sure.
Mainnet 4.0 launch as well. So yeah, lots.
I mean,
of
it's gonna be either this December or next.
Yeah,
like
it's gonna be
2
one
Decembers from now, the latest. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of December's for sure. Yeah, no, a lot of stars are like sort of aligning now with all this like releases and everything. So it's
yeah, they seem to get their planning of a timeline pretty much down, and yeah, they've set that date of December, and it feels like it's just taking forever to get there. But that's cool. It's like it's enjoying the rest of the year until
yes,
we actually, I think, blow up. Yeah,
we've been there already with the weight of first it was mainnet 3.0 when it was postponed a couple of times. Then it was Katy Perry.
seemed to get a bit of boost there.
Yeah, Katy Perry NFT launch, and that took too long and ended up not being like a great success. Yes, and but yeah, a lot of things are coming, and we talked the other day, and you showed me like one of those things that is really like caught my mind, like the stream avatars. And you said that you do a lot of like, and I've seen that you do a lot of stuff on that front as well. Could you tell more about that, please?
Yeah, so I'm pretty in love with this program, and I found it on Steam. I looked into it, and there was no integration, or is no integration for Theta just yet. You got to put in like a developer application, and you got to get a hold of them and so on. But as far as YouTube, because it's YouTube, Twitch, and then there's a couple other websites that's like it's fully integrated for, because they have a lot of them have like, yeah, they've been heard of, they're known. They're big, so it makes sense. But yeah, luckily my good friend Sweet Lou, who develops Squad Bots here on Theta, looked into it, and we found a workaround. And I'm basically relaying through Twitch's chat via my chatbot that then talks to Squadbot, or Squadbot and them talk, and they have a communication thing.
So Theta TV chat is being relayed to Twitch, right?
Via Squadbot across stream channel to Twitch, and then it talks to my Twitch bot, which then activates activates the thing. So there is a little bit of a delay because it's on data. You've got that like 20 seconds or whatever. But we've managed to make certain things work, like the boss battle. There's like the dual interaction as well, where it's like a little throwdown, where like all the characters still remain on stream, but the two that want to duel each other, like bro down in the middle. It's pretty cool. Then there's the battle royale. So anybody who is a character on the screen will then just get thrown into the battle royale, and you can set like everything from like how much you win as a character on the screen to like their individual shops and items that they can unlock for them. And this is all content that you, as well as an artist, can make and add to the game. They've made it very accessible, very, very easy to do.
Exactly. You
so
know what
pixel art.
stream avatars is, no?
Yeah.
First time hearing about it.
It's like it's like when the viewers can be like a part of can become a part of a stream, like, and they can have an avatar, like being like on a screen, and they can do like different actions and
it's
stuff.
It's weird because it's like it's been on Twitch for quite a bit, you know, but like here on Theta, nobody's seen that before. Nobody's actually like doing that quite yet, and yeah, it's what they say. It's like it's meant to increase your viewer engagement.
Yeah,
and I would say like that's exactly what I would describe it as. It's like a immersive viewer user chat connection.
Oh, that's cool. And like, I mean, that's where it's all moving. Like, we're just like erasing the boundaries, like between people, like participants of Web3 space. It's just like there are more and more ways, like means of like communication, which is like that's.
I mean,
the goal.
It's essentially this is where all the technologies are headed, though, because. Like imagine you had like enough bandwidth and like all the juice that was necessary, like in terms of the machinery to make not just like the chats like on Twitch, for example. Instead of a chat, you could have like a virtual virtual reality with like everyone who's connected, and you could have like like a massive stadium, for example. You can be talking to everyone who's watching your stream, and your avatar is sitting there, playing the game, and they get to see the game itself. But also, you get to turn your head around and see the entire stadium. That's your audience. So, I mean, this is where we're headed, and I mean, I'm just looking at the pictures of the what's it called, the stream avatars, and I mean that's first step.
Yeah. So you can set the sizes and stuff of everything, and basically I finished, so I'm sure you know the artwork of Theaters of the Club.
Yes.
And he's got these customs that he does of the pixelers.
Yeah.
And basically I've been chatting with Theta Ghost, who hangs out on my stream quite often, and I'm like, I'm gonna make your one into a character, and I just finished it up yesterday. And I'm actually quite proud of it. I wish I could show you guys, but I have to be live on stream. It has to like happen organically.
Of course. Are you streaming tonight?
I don't think I will be. I'm taking a break this weekend, I think.
Let me guess though. I'm thinking Theta Ghost's avatar is gonna be purple and would have a mask.
You know what? Actually, because Theta saves your clips, I might even be able to pull up a clip. From I could probably do this on my laptop. But yeah, let's carry on. I'll see if I can do this.
Yeah.
It was right on the end of my stream last night, so it may still even be there.
With all your streaming, thing, like with all the viewers, and do you get people from outside of Theta community as well, like viewing your streams?
So through Immersies, it's happened quite a bit, because I'll talk about the pack openings that I do on Fridays for the league and stuff, because I'm quite involved there, and the league exists inside of Immersies, so that's brought some people, but otherwise not really so much. People hear about it like if I'm playing games or something, and people are like, oh, you're a streamer, okay, and they're always like, on Twitch, YouTube. They've never heard of Theta. So this is
Facebook
thing, is
even.
like it's still Facebook even. To be honest, I did my first ever live stream on Facebook. I tried Facebook out, and I have like the recording of it, but it got copy striked because I was playing music that wasn't, and yeah, I had to make. Well, they just cut out the audio. They mute your video, so it still shows up, but you can't hear anything.
Yeah.
And I had to download it like that, but it's cool.
Wait, but they don't cut like the entire length of the video. It's only the part where the
none of the video
copyright
itself was copyright.
Yeah.
It was just the audio, so
Yeah.
they just muted the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it
I
sucks,
think I
but
do have some clips here.
that's how it generally works everywhere. It's the exact same thing, like because I used to watch like a lot of Twitch gamers for like some of the specific games, and it was literally always the case of someone, you know, just donating and saying like, please play this song, you know, and like next time you have a break, and the guy would read out. No, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. It's like,
Yeah.
do you want to get me banned? Like, seriously? But I think on Twitch you can though, right? Like you can play it, but if you post it as a recording, then like you would have like the copyright issues.
Yeah. I can't be bothered with how Twitch has it running. It's just so I feel a little bit spoiled and a little bit lucky, you know, Theta.
Yeah.
Like they have clamped down a little bit now. There has been some recent updates in TOS, but it's just it's still not as bad as Twitch, I think.
Sure.
It's not like it's any, but that's only going to get, I think, more worse as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Once you like catering to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, it becomes a different story. You know.
I mean,
so
that's always
that we're like still this early.
That's always the case, but you know, just like we often talk about, you know, being like among the first ones, you know, to jump on that like opportunity with Theta. Same thing with Theta TV.
Yeah.
Like obviously, you know, like let's say by the time they have to, you know, make their rules even worse, like your channel is gonna be like huge. So.
Yeah. I just hope I have enough like enough of my own content by then, so that I can just avoid those things. Okay, I have a clip here. I can show you. I do this with the.
Like if you.
I can hit Discord. Okay, so I do this.
Share screen.
And then share that. Yeah, there we go. Speaking of copyright music, I was playing The Weeknd at the end of my stream.
Just a second, don't play it yet.
Thank goodness we're here on Theta.
Wait, say again? You're playing Weekend on your... Oh, okay.
I was listening to that, at the end of my stream.
Just a second.
So there you can see all the characters.
Yes, we can.
Turn that down a bit. There's the Theta-zilla in the middle there.
Nice.
I had to animate the first movement strip. He's hanging around in the back there.
Oh, that's cool.
I changed his face up a little bit. Yeah. It's a different size of pixel as well, so I had to shrink it down a bit. Made that animation. You can see Huddle Rocket there as well. He's got a custom one I made him with like a Theta themed suits on. Yeah.
Right. Is like that thing is the avatars you're talking about, right?
Yeah. These are the avatars, but these are I've started making custom ones. You can see Sonic is there and stuff. Those are ones that I actually like installed. But the big suit in the background, that's an actual Ellie Blob League avatar thing. That's like an actual character from there.
Oh, right.
The Pixilla, Theta Ghost Pixilla. Yeah, all of that I've started building in myself.
All right.
I may even have a little clip here of if I go a little bit further back. I was just finishing it up at that time as well, so I can show you a bit of the actual workings. It was a bit before this. I love the fact that the data lets you do this. Like before, I remember there was a lot more time, and they would keep about an hour and a half of your backlog of stream footage. And now I think they've shortened it to like 45, 30 minutes worth. But yeah, grateful that it's still there. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't remember where it is. Never mind.
No worries. No, that looks awesome.
But yeah, that's stuff I do mostly on stream now. I quite enjoy it, building the characters with the people. The ones I'm building next are I'm sure you know Android from Poker Nights.
Yes, yeah, no, Andrew, yeah.
Android wants that little Darth Vader pug character up on the street. So I'm going to be doing that one after I do Cutting It Up. Once Mike the Tiger from the Louisiana Tigers.
We should do one Matryoshka for sure. Like we should come up with one.
Yeah, I can see like the little animation already working in my head, you know, with how they walk,
yes,
and their feet and stuff, and it would be so interchangeable as well. It would be nice to integrate the shop with that, so that you can unlock like different pieces of the Matryoshka.
Oh, that would be awesome!
Well.
Yeah.
And you could change up the hands. You could change up like what they carry, what they're holding, and
whole Lego store.
Yeah, Lego store. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I really feel like so many times, like whenever we discuss like NFTs and different projects and like all of that, every single person's like, whenever I mention Legos, everyone's like, oh yeah, Legos, yeah, Legos is good. Like, we're all kids inside. Everyone wants to have like those flashy different characters, and you can swap different bits and pieces and like play around with it. So funny.
Yeah.
It's true though.
Yeah, I'm sure Lego will come up with some kind of game where the Lego pieces will be like as NFTs. Like, so for you to build something, you just need to buy material.
Like, it's something like
sounds like Minecraft.
Yeah, but I was gonna say like it's something that the two of us discussed recently. So about different generations and different ways of like upbringing and stuff like that. Obviously, the games and the toys, they're changing. Because like right now, I'd probably say most of the kids by the age of 10, I guess, they're more interested in like video games than they're interested in actually playing with physical toys. So
yeah,
like I wouldn't.
They'd rather play a video game of that toy, or that board game, than the actual game itself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why like there's some YouTube streamers who I used to watch like many years ago. I think it was Delirious, and he was I think his YouTube name is Delirious. But anyway, he was playing GTA Online all the time, and at some point he actually switched from being like 18 plus content to whatever age content, and he actually completely cut out like all of the swearing, all of the like bad jokes and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
And one of the reasons being is like he received so many different like emails and requests from the parents saying our let's say like 12-year-old kid really loves watching your streams, but there's some of the words we're trying to avoid at home. Could you maybe swear a little less? So it's funny because like in terms of streaming, it's something that I think the future generations won't be able. Yeah, I mean that is definitely true.
That's fucking right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean here, yeah, I mean if some kid is watching, if some
sorry, parents.
I was gonna say that kid is at a different level, as like a lot more mature, and those words not gonna do anything. But yeah, sure. Sorry, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But yeah, basically
Yeah.
what I was saying, like the world is like in terms of like the human evolution. I think we're also like changing. Like we're more, you know, we're more looking for that interactive entertainment as opposed to just playing with like. If you think about it, playing with plastic toys is the exact same. Like it's very similar than playing a video game. But at the
Yeah.
same time, because
Yeah,
playing a video game, you don't have to do all the imagination yourself. And the characters, are moving. Different scenes are changing and stuff like that. That's why you get attracted a lot more to. And I wouldn't be surprised if in like 50 or like I don't know 100 years time, kids would only play with actual physical toys until they're like I don't know 7, and then it was just go online play
Yeah.
games, start streaming.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's the youngest? Who's the youngest like streamer ever?
I think that I don't know who's the youngest streamer, but like I mean, the one of the most popular channels on YouTube is like a toy review boy.
Is it a boy or girl?
Boy,
a girl.
I think no, there is.
I've heard
Like-
of this toy review.
Yes, yeah, he's got like
Very popular.
hundreds of
Something
millions
million.
of subscribers,
Yeah.
like 50 or 60
Yeah.
millions of subscribers,
Yeah.
and he's like
But I mean,
10 years old or something.
yeah,
like
but it's mostly but I mean, he's like a character there.
yeah, but he started when he was like 6 or 5.
He started when he was in the mother's womb.
He was one of the youngest, I think.
Yes, yeah.
Can you imagine the parents exploiting the kids?
Yeah. Child labor. Yeah.
Pageant moms to a whole different level.
But then on the other hand, like imagine the kid, like my job is like I don't have to do like any reading or washing the dishes. Like here's a bunch of toys. Like any toy you want, we have it. Just play around with it. Have fun. You can break it. Don't worry about it. Just break it. We'll get you another one.
I feel like I really hope that, like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, like, all those successful kids, like, that just, like, make tons of money, there is a risk that they may just, like, by the time they turn 18, like, they just go nuts. And, like,
Yeah.
What's the guy's name? The one that played Home Alone.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like him.
Yeah, it's pretty much, like, yeah.
Or Justin
there is-
Bieber, driving his Ferrari while being on coke.
Yeah. So yeah, good luck to
Yeah.
to the kid. Hopefully, like hopefully he will
Mm.
turn out decent.
Hopefully the parents actually save some money up, as opposed to like And also, what happens? Like,
Yeah.
just think about it. Like, okay, they can probably, continue milking this cow until the kid is what, like 12, 14?
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, but it's also because
Yeah.
okay, think about it. So like,
Depends where you go. I mean, you could switch platforms and you could do it like 5 times. You can milk that cow.
yeah,
Yeah, sign contracts
yeah.
with like different platforms.
gay and like video game
Yeah.
reviews,
video game reviews. Yeah, you can switch to video.
clothing
game
reviews, and then what like tattoo salon reviews.
Let's take him over to Theta TV and invite him over and do NFT reviews.
Yeah.
I'm really curious watching some of those videos now. No, I'm actually curious how many subscribers the kid has.
Mm.
It's like I feel like it's a lot of people for sure. No, let's get back to like
Brian's world.
to the topic like Web3 and NFT.
Yeah.
Like where do you see where do you think Justin where do you think like it's all going, like how it's like maybe like just for you like as like obviously as a streamer maybe where do you see like in 5 years time what is gonna what maybe your dream, maybe do you have your like dream world where like as a streamer obviously like maybe you have like some sort of a vision how you would like to communicate with your viewers, engage with your viewers, and what do you think it's gonna look like in 5-10 years time?
Well, like in terms of Theta, because I mean that's where That's where my mind
Of
is
course, yeah.
all the time, constantly. Like I've been building this mental like image of my perfect ecosystem down the line, and I see a world where every user, in terms of a live streamer, has their own personal server access, and they can interact with the Theta API and blockchain on a decentralized peer-to-peer level, like they want it to be with MetaChain and stuff, and access each like side bridge of other blockchains in order to basically facilitate for all the projects. So they could be involved in any sort of aspect of community or industry that would use the Theta's ecosystem to basically, I guess, like facilitate server usage or content delivery,
Yeah.
and then be able to, basically access everything through that. They'll be able to like have it be paid in crypto, and because it's all cross-chain and sub-chain, they'll have the interactions with the other blockchains. And T-Fuel will be able to get, we have Wrap Theta now, so Wrap Theta will just like travel everywhere, yeah. it's I think it's like a good 5, maybe 10 years off kind of thing, but Theta's definitely here for the long haul. They made sure of that with their patents and stuff. But other than that, definitely NFTs.
Yeah.
The whole DMR, is it DMR?
DRM.
I forget. I'm so bad
DRM.
with my
Yeah.
DRM. There we go. The whole DRM thing is opening up different
I was gonna say
doors.
that does not sound right. It's like MDR
DMR, yeah.
and also DMR. I was like, those are rifle types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's really like I understand that it's really hard to predict because like we don't know like what means of like communication there will be like in 5 years time, for example. It's just like there might be like different gadgets like of engagement, like engaging with the community, interacting with them, like etc. And it's just like, but it's interesting whether it would be like just purely for entertainment purposes, or will it like with the streamers, obviously, like because they are like influencers, and whether it's gonna open up some kind of like any other industries within an industry sort of thing, like maybe like some kind of opportunities like for business opportunities and stuff, and just like
especially with the MetaChain, that whole concept of cross-pollinating the ecosystems. It's a whole other broad field other than just streaming and content delivery.
Yeah.
When you actually like get into it, it's scary.
It is
exciting.
It is scary, but
exciting
it's kind of similar to the idea of like all of the phone manufacturers having USB Type-C. Like it's different. Like essentially, it's different devices and different like operating systems, but you can nevertheless connect all of them together. And that that basically opens it makes everything a lot more convenient for the end user, someone who's not like as tech savvy, but also it gives like so many different opportunities to to the streamer, to the creators, to like different businesses, etc. So essentially it's one of those things that altogether Web3 and blockchain and Theta themselves as well. I often talked about as making sure there is less friction between different platforms, industries, services, businesses.
Yeah, that's definitely that's a big thing, because integration can happen like instantly, but the friction of
Yeah.
of laying those integrations. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Theta's doing well on that part?
Honestly, I mean it's tricky because like as we all know, you know, there are certain things that they've been promising to do for, you know, months and months on. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like they are getting there, they're just not getting there as fast as we want them to. And those two are like completely different
As
things.
people
you
would
know?
like. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, by the time we get there, like all those months, you know, let's say gone wasted, they're really not gonna matter. You know, it's gonna be like the same thing. Like if you get you know the bicycle they wanted, but you know you have to wait for like another couple of months, so be it. But as long as the bicycle that you are actually getting, you know, in that wrapper
As long
is
as it
the exact
arrives.
same one that you actually you know get to pick on the you know in the nice shiny catalog. But yeah, it's one of those, you know, we'll have to wait and see how it turns out.
The thing is, it's interesting to just. I mean, there are like with all the people who are waiting for it to happen, there are people who just here for an investment, like they just want to become rich, like when Theta reaches like $100, like
They're looking
or
for that
whatever.
ROI.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. But
Yeah.
the question is, once that happens, uh, I'm interested. I'm just interested to see, like, not just, of course, I'm an investor myself, and I would like to see that those returns and stuff. But I really want to see how it's gonna like in 10 years time, how Theta is like. It will be much more sort of rewarding to see that it actually becomes an industrial standard, you know, like of that like what they're
Could you
trying to
imagine?
make. Yes, what they're trying to
Yeah.
make, if it really becomes that. For me, as a person, like just who's been like believing in it and telling like to all the people around me like that it's gonna become that thing, it will be so much cooler than just okay, because in crypto like there are stories like when people made millions of dollars and that's it, like, but then the projects those projects like collapsed and stuff like. But here you wouldn't just only make money, but you actually like sort of something that you believed in came, if it came true at the same time, it would be awesome.
So for you, the additional benefit would be like, ha! Told you, all suckers! I told you it's gonna be big! You had to listen to me!
Nice. Yes, I'll tell you.
Yeah, that certainly spices things up for everyone, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about the competition, though? Like, obviously there's no direct competition between, like, any blockchains, I don't think. But talking about, like, the industry standards, it's always the case, like, well, I would say 99% of the cases, like, any industry you look at, you know, you would have, like, Intel, and then you would get, you know, AMD. You know, you would get, I don't know, like, BMW and, like, Mercedes, and you would always have some other company, some other brand that would be like, okay, but also we want to compete in this industry. So, like, do you reckon, what you know, since we're talking about, you know, the industry standards, do you reckon there would be some other blockchain that would want to like branch out into this like area?
I don't know specifically. Like what Data's doing, because people have tried, I hear, and there was some legal thing that went down where Data had to sue some people to put them in their place.
All right.
This is like last year or beginning of the year or something, yeah. But I guess like there's always going to be some other place trying to do something, and I look into it quite a lot, and I think I got to thank Twitter for this because it's always like feeding me information,
even if you don't want
I
it.
didn't know I needed. Yeah, exactly. And I've looked into a couple, but I think the latest one that stands out for me a lot is there's a platform called Bolt Plus, and they've only been going for like a couple months, but the growth that has occurred over that time, the numbers.
Wait, what? Sorry, what did you say the name was?
Bolt Plus.
Bolt Plus. Bolt Plus.
Oh, Bolt Plus. Okay, I literally googled
Bolt Plus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got very like Bitcoin resemblances, you know, especially with the whole Bolt thing, and I think it's based on the Bitcoin blockchain. So in terms of like a competitive blockchain, I think Bitcoin is one to actually just keep an eye out for, because they've figured out a lot more in terms of development. I think like there's been a lot of halts with anything being developed on the Bitcoin blockchain, but until recently now, where people have now found it cheap enough to actually start buying and building again. So a lot more integration is coming, and I think every blockchain is going to have its own unique way of providing what they can to the ecosystems. I think it's going to be down to the ones who can integrate, and as you say, less friction. Least friction possible, I think the better. That's what it's going to come down to. And I think Theta is one of those that kind of provides the anti-friction with things, because people are going to find out like how useful it is to have this video API delivery platform. With the DRM content coming.
Speaking of the friction, though, that we're in this topic just now, I went on to Bolt Plus website just now because I've never heard about it. Like, I'll definitely do my investigation. But here's the funny thing. So, literally, by the time you're saying less friction, I started reading the paragraph which says enable NFT only access for breaking news, and they have like a thumbnail of the actual. I think it's like financial or something. It's like a couple of proper like reporter official types talking to each other. Can you imagine like everyone talking about less friction, and then there is some breaking news, but if you want to know about them, you have to have a premium.
Yes.
Like, is that an earthquake? It's like, well, if you had a premium, you would know.
I really hope that like Theta brings all this like decentralized storage solution as well, and decentralized sort of internet soon. Like, so they release those tools, because I just feel like in the next few years, like there will be like a big suppression of like information, like freedom of information and everything. And it's just like, if there is a tool, I think that's another thing where it can like sort of, if there is a way
I think
of...
even just access to the information is going to become more restricted.
Yes, that's
it's
what
going to
I
be
mean.
harder and harder to,
So, and if we
sure.
have like a decentralized way of like accessing it, that would be awesome. Like if something like that exists.
Definitely.
By then. Yeah. Yeah, interesting.
For sure.
Definitely.
So what do you guys have happening on the Matryoshka side, and how the minting's going?
Thank you for asking us. Actually, like, that's the thing. Like, nobody nobody asked us about like there are a few like
nobody cares about our feelings.
No. If we have like a few like community members who messaged us, but not that many people knew like that, like what was going on, and we had like an unexpected like break, like that was like almost 1 month long, and we didn't have an opportunity to keep like working on the project as much as we would love to. But we are getting back on track now, and with Matryoshka, and it affected the minting. It affected the minting, obviously. But no, we're back on with the main thing, that is the big quest that is going to be accessible for like Matryoshka owners only. Like, so we're preparing the first video for them, like that is going to talk more about
audio.
Audio,
you need to keep the mystery.
There is going to talk more about like the quest and the tasks and like what the process is gonna be. And
Okay.
yeah, that should be released like hopefully next week. Yes, and that's how we hope like we're gonna like start building the excitement back for the community.
Cool. Yeah.
And we have also another thing that we mentioned that is be like it has been being developed like while we were still like relocating and everything. The team has been working on that, like the Web3 project. Another like
Cool.
it's not like and directly like it's not an NFT project. It's related to NFTs, but it's not an NFT project. So the more news
Okay.
will come out,
Interesting.
more news will come out. It's not a collection. It's not an NFT collection. The more news will come
Okay,
out on
okay.
that.
It's a collection of NFT collections.
Like, yeah. And yeah, with
The
with
mystery.
yeah, and Theta Teeth, we wrapped up Theta Teeth, banned the
Cool.
unminted Theta Teeth, and we're gonna do like a proper celebration, like with the at some point in November with like the raffle for that golden ring for the Diamond Hunters.
Okay.
And
Cool.
yeah, like it's like the point where we just need to like we're getting everything ready to start like releasing like news and everything like on Twitter, communicating with the community. Yeah, we're still like we were planning to do like as soon as possible. Now we're just like we finally moved to Turkey, like found a flat. We just like finishing up with getting residence permits now. It's another thing like so we can stay here properly like for 1 year at least. It's
Cool.
it's tough, but it
Yeah.
was so unexpected. Like it just like I found out that I'm going to Turkey like 3 days before I came here. So I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's,
teach the
But
locals
it's good that
about
you settled in
NFTs.
now.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. I can teach locals what?
About NFTs.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Go,
Like,
go,
when I
go,
need
go
to
to
learn
those like
Turkish
crowded, go to those crowded markets and they try to explain when they try to get you some bargain for I don't know, like tomatoes or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, NFT that.
It did screw up our plans though. We were planning to go to Theta Drop, to ThetaCon, and
Okay.
but yeah, we can't go anymore. It's just like we with the paperwork requires a lot of time, like for preparation,
Yeah.
and we just don't have that at the moment.
Yeah, I would have loved to have gone as well, but with like our flights and stuff, they told us in June that if we were planning to fly anywhere in December, we had to book tickets then. And I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know at that time like if I was gonna have the funds and so on. And now I was sitting here now, I'm like, after the creative fund thing went down with streamers and all that, like that extra bit of money, I could have booked flights. I could have, yeah, but I didn't know that back then.
But it's also
So,
it's also quite unpredictable in terms of COVID regulations, I would say, no? Because I think they still
Yeah.
like they're still sort of
Yeah.
there. Like we can't dismiss them completely.
No, there is nothing now.
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
US
that was
anymore.
another big
You don't
thing
need
for
to
me.
do anything. They lifted that up completely
Where?
in the US.
Yeah, but you also need to leave the country.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yes, yeah, they lifted it up. But I know, like like Tony lived in South Africa. He got trapped there during COVID times.
Twice.
Twice.
I got trapped twice.
King Wasabi, yeah. And it's really like it's impossible to predict like what it's gonna be like. But we were thinking
Yeah.
actually like, is it hard for you to fly over to Turkey?
I don't know. I don't know. What are the restrictions coming into Turkey?
No, there are no
Because I know.
there are no
Yeah,
restrictions.
but it depends on the passport as
Okay.
well.
Ah,
It can be like it can be
Yeah.
different. It's something worth checking, I guess.
I mean, we'll see. But
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, if there was one that is like the conference that is made for like North America and stuff, like we need to have one that is closer, like to other parts of the world too.
Yeah, somewhere on the European side.
Exactly. Yes,
Um,
like in the middle, and
yeah.
Turkey is the best for that purpose because it's just like it's easy to Istanbul. You can fly from anywhere, like from without like direct flight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's so easy, but yeah, it's another it's that's a story for another conversation for another day for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, something like that would be awesome to make. Like I'm sure there are lots of like Theta supporters
I think there's a lot.
in Europe and
There is
Asia.
definitely an American type, but I think
Crypto
the
is.
Asian market and the European,
Asian South Korea, we
Yeah.
have like a lot of people finding out about from South Korea about Theta thanks to Samsung. Yeah, so it's I think there are a few other partnerships with South Korean companies, but like I mean, and Theta. It's grown big there as well. So yeah, definitely something like this would be awesome.
We should get ourselves a conference.
Huh?
We should get ourselves a conference.
Yeah. Next summer. Summer is good.
Yeah,
Like
just
Everyone invited.
just partner up with the guys from ThetaCon.
yeah,
Talk to Wes. Just get Wes on the phone.
exactly. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, ThetaCon is gonna be big. It's really a big shame that we are not gonna be there. None of us are gonna be there.
Yeah, but there's always next year, you know.
Yeah.
Next year, hopefully, it'll be a little bit closer, and then we can all participate.
100%.
Yeah, I think this one's mainly for the American circuits. Or
Yeah, this one it's special
fan
though
base.
because it's just.
Being the first one, yeah.
Oh, we've got Grim
Yeah.
and CWB who joined us and watching us.
yeah.
Hey guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Yeah, we're wrapping things up here, but because they're here, Grim and CWB, we're gonna do a giveaway, just to finish off. Hey guys, if you're watching,
who's the winner?
no, if you're watching, let's please send one in the chat.
Are you guys gonna be doing? I hope you're doing more streams now. I hope you make at least an excuse to go live like once a week.
Yeah, no, once a week we're definitely doing
possible.
once a week, definitely, because
Cool.
we've been missing it like greatly, just without like being just offline without proper access, like and everything. It just
I was just thinking, podcasting is such a weird thing. It's like two people are talking. Let's just imagine you're walking in the street and you get like two people talking, and then
send
there's
one if you want to
bunch
take part
watching.
in the giveaway. Maximilian 66. Oh, we've got another person. Okay, guys, just a final call. Send one if you want to take part in the giveaway.
This is the final call.
This is a final call. Okay, we've got Green, we've got Justin himself, and
what we doing? Spinning the wheel? Marbles?
I don't know. I just since we've got only 2 participants, I want to give.
Flip a coin?
I just want to give like a Theta Punk to each of them.
Imagine. Theta Funk. I have the the Theta Dragon I won from you guys.
Oh, that's
And
great. That one is good.
the Theta Teeth as well. Yeah, I love my Theta Teeth.
Do you have Matryoshka?
I don't have a Matryoshka yet, but I'm looking at some point. I've been buying a lot of T-Field lately, so
Justin, since you are our
Making use of the
guest, like I'll send you one from my personal treasury.
Dude, thank you. I'm still gonna mint one at some point, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you can hold on to Sergey's one for the moment. Once you mint your own, just give it back. Just lend it.
Cool. Yeah.
But speaking of Landon, like that would be NFT Landon at some point as well, I guess, right?
There already is.
There is like
it's like yeah. In the Mercies, I used to like before I could afford my own tools. I had a good viewer, and he's also a streamer here now. Lawrence Blake. He had bought a whole bunch of tools, but he didn't have the capabilities of playing the game.
All right.
And I had already downloaded and installed the game, so he gave or borrowed me his tools, NFTs, which I then, I would get resources from in the game. And definitely NFT lending is,
You can definitely
probably smart contracts for it.
Yeah. You can definitely borrow money with like NFT as collateral.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could do that.
Just to wrap up the giveaway, Grim, you will also get Matryoshka from my collection. We just then just
GG's, Grim.
I'm just
Nice.
I'm enjoying tonight's stream. So yeah.
That's awesome, man.
And with Matryoshka, they're gonna pick up soon with the Big Quest being released, and there are more news coming. Cool.
Cool.
Justin, thanks a lot for joining our stream, for being our guest. We will do it there are lots of other things to talk about, and we would love to have you
definitely
with us, joining us again. Exactly. It's just for us, we are still warming back up now, just to get fully back on track.
I'm glad to see it.
And thank you for helping us, and it's been a pleasure as
No problem,
always
man.
chatting to you, and thank you. With all good luck with all your streams. Keep going. Keep
you guys too. Thank you for having me on. I'm glad to see you
keep
settled
pushing.
in, and
Keep pushing for Theta TV's development. Keep innovating.
Definitely.
Bringing new stuff. It's amazing. Thank you. From all Theta TV community. For doing it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Keep doing what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon, and also, hopefully at the Poker Nights again. I gotta get back in. I've missed.
Did you? Were you there last Friday?
No, I've missed 3 weeks now.
Me too. I was going to make it last Friday, but I just couldn't still with all the stuff and everything, couldn't find time really.
We can return together.
This Friday, I'm definitely planning to attend. Yes, let's do it. All right.
Awesome.
Take care, Justin.
Sweet, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Peace.
Awesome. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. There was Justin Wrench. Thanks a lot to him, and we are gonna wrap things up as well. Thank you for watching. Follow us on all our social media, and we will
Spread the word.
Yes, we will be back with another stream next week. Take care, everyone.
All right. Bye.